Hello everybody, and welcome back to my journey through the world of Deadzone. That's right guys, today we're going to be looking at the Enforcers faction, and I have them here. However, first of all, a little bit of background on Deadzone and a little bit of background on the Enforcers as I open these up. So, let's put that drill bit somewhere safe. So, essentially, in the world of Deadzone, you have a lot of planets, like mining colonies and stuff like that. Basically, it's the corporations that basically go out and they loot these planets for all their worth. Now, on the planets, people tend to dig up alien artifacts and stuff like that. Now, these alien artifacts turn stuff into what's called the plague. It's kind of like a virus that comes out and mutates everything. And basically, the Enforcers are the guys that have to deal with the shit that happens. So, what are the Enforcers? Well, the Enforcers, I originally thought they were robots. Turns out they're not. They're humans in suits, kind of like Space Marines, but a little bit not. Yeah, okay. So they're Mantic's versions of Space Marines, which are pretty cool. I like them. You know, the models look cool and everything. But anyway, let's have a look at the actual model. So in the first bag, what do we get? Well, it looks like this. In fact, no, that's not the first bag. In the first bag, looks like we get the special weapons guys, and it looks like we also get the Enforcer captain. I think he's a captain anyway. So, I'm not going to show you, you know, all the bits individually because that would just take some time. But looks like we got the Enforcer captain there. Looks like we've got the, I think it's the engineer, is it? With his little sentry guns. So they're the two little floating sentry gun bits there. Where are the sentry guns? I actually don't know. Is that part of it? No, that is not part of it. That is something else. So the sentry guns... Ah, yes, the sentry guns are in here. Okay, so we've got special weapons. We've got rocket launcher. We've got... like a sniper rifle. We've got the sniper guy himself. I'll show you all these guys in a little bit more detail once I've built them. So that's what's in the first bag. So in the bag within a bag, looks like in here we get more hand weapons and gun options and stuff. Yeah, the sentry gun mounts are all in there and everything like that. So that's those guys. This one I think is just a booster. This gives you, yeah, this gun gives you your basic troops. So we have the bodies and torsos. These are constructed differently to the specials. And in fact, I would go as far as to say that the actual troops themselves have got a lot more detail than the actual specials and stuff. There's the sniper guy, if my camera would focus, and there's the detail on the torso of a regular trooper. Interesting. I wonder why that is. But anyway, so these are the troop guys. Obviously you get legs, arms, and then the heads and the other arms are in there. But anyway guys, I'll show you guys to see these built. Let's do it, let's crack on. So, I've been away, I've built them, and here are my views on them, here's my opinions. Let's just line them up first of all, and what I've got. Now, on some of them, you might have noticed that they don't have bases, and that is because I'm actually not using the little round bases. They come, most of them come, apart from the captain and the, whatchamacallit, the sniper and the engineer, they all come with these little circular bits at the bottom of them, which I'm just not a fan of. So what I've done on a lot of them, I've clipped off the bases, because I'm going to be using special, well not special, makes them sound like something they're not, but I'm going to be using my own resin bases that I've ordered separately, because they represent the warehouse floor a little bit better than what I could make on just the standard little shitty plastic bases that you get. So here is pretty much all of them. The only bits that I actually had left over were a gun arm and the two arms that support it. They're the only bits left over. I think there's a head left over as well from the Enforcer. Yeah, here it is. The Enforcer captain head, the one with the open helm, as you guys can see there. Don't like him, he looks like a bit of a chubby man in a suit. I'm not too fond of that. But so, here is what you get for your money. You can pick these up individually, in regards to, when I mean individually, I mean you can pick up the whole faction for about £9 on eBay if you just fancy painting the models. But let's take a look. So here we have the Enforcer captain. Now I'll be honest, this is the guy that drew me to this faction straight away. Love the chunkiness of the power armor, love the fact that he's got a cloak, although the cloak does have this horrendous mold line running right the way through it, so I'm going to have to do a little bit more work on trying to get that out. The models themselves, I believe, are a composite plastic resin, which makes poly cementing. On this particular one, I know on my Dreadball one, it glued pretty well with poly cement, but these didn't. However, super glue did take exceptionally well to these. There's quite a lot of detail in the Enforcer Captain, as you can see. So moving on. Yeah, so they're a plastic composite resin. Plastic resin composite. Next we got the rocket launcher guy. Again, there's a fair bit of detail on him. He's pretty much one piece, but still looks quite nice. He'll be nice to paint up. We have, this is my favourite guy, completely, even though he doesn't have that much detail on him. This is this sniper. Now, he is exceptionally good at shooting, as you would think, because he's got a fucking sniper rifle. But you get so many shots, so many, I don't know if I remember, you get so many dice for this guy when you're shooting at something. If you have line of sight to it, it is unreal, and he can lay down some serious firepower. Now with this, I did find it a bit annoying because the gun was very, very bent, so I had to bend that back in. But the thing is with this stuff, it's kind of not as fragile as like Forge World resin, so it will allow you to bend it without heating it, which is quite good. One of the things that I found whilst building these is that mainly with the special weapons guys and the regular troopers, is that, oh my god, the arms are a pain in the arse to actually do and put together. Just because they're keyed in, but the keys are a bit warped when you get them, so they're not the greatest. So I ended up cutting a lot of the key bits off and just sticking them with super glue. Now that basically is alright, because as I said before, the super glue does take pretty easily to this type of plastic. I've got to admit as well, I gave myself extra work with cutting the bases off the feet as well, just because I just want my own bases because they look cool. So that is the heavy machine gunner. He's pretty cool. He gets a lot of shots. We have the little drones for the engineer, who's pretty cool. I'm probably going to be using him because I think you can just drop these down and they'll just shoot at stuff that walks by, which is pretty cool. Speaking of the engineer, here he is. Now, I actually made a bit of a mistake, as you can see here, and I'm hoping it's going to paint over. Essentially, I made a, I thought it was a bit of flash sticking off, but I decided to cut it, and then I looked, and it turned out really shitty, and I was a bit gutted about that. But the engineer does look really, really cool. I like his positioning. That's pretty nice. You also got the Regulus troopers here. Now, I've probably not glued this close combat guy right, but I thought, he looked cooler, and because I wanted to use these legs here, which I think is for the close combat weapon arms here, because the guy looks like he's kind of running in a crouch position, which is cool, and because in Deadzone, line of sight is everything. And then we also have this guy here. This guy just looks freaking badass, like Wolverineing it down, like he's either jumping away or jumping down onto something. But all the Enforcers come with jump packs as well. So, another thing that you also get, guys, with the Enforcer faction, is you get the Enforcer cards. Now, you don't get this case, unfortunately. This is just a random little box that I've had for ages, but it makes a really nice little card case. Oh, shit the bed. That nearly fell out there and didn't look professional. So, you get the cards. So, what you do, you actually get the stat cards for all these guys. So, let's see, you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, stat cards. Now the stat cards, actually I've not really read the rules properly yet, but you get images of all the guys as well as their stat profile. So we've got captain, we've got regular enforcer, we've got sniper, we've got machine gunner, we've got flamer. You don't get a flamer in this box. You don't get the sergeant in this box either. We've also got a melter gun kind of guy. You don't get him either. You don't get that fusion gun. Is it an infusion gun? Yeah, fusion gun. You don't get that either in it. You do get the engineer. You do get the rocket launcher. You don't get the defender. You don't get the medic. And yeah, there's another assault enforcer. So that's what you get there. The rest of the cards, they're all the battle cards, I think. Let's just see. Battle cards. Yeah, they're all battle cards. Now these are actually used in game. Now these give you like actions, what you can do. And again, I'm not too sure, so I'm not going to touch too heavily on them. But you get that with the Enforcer faction as well, which is pretty nice. So for £9, you really do get a lot of bang for your buck. But guys, I suppose you guys want to see these Enforcers painted. Oh, go on then. Right then guys, are you ready to see them painted? Well, I sure as hell am, and I'm happy because my base has finally arrived. But anyway guys, so I'm going to bring these fellas out now. Now you will notice, oh fuck, I just put my pissing hand in the oil effects. Right, okay, so here we go. So these are the guys that I've painted up so far. Now, these are the guys that I will be primarily using in my first forays into the world of Deadzone, into the actual game itself. Now, I chose to do these guys pretty much the same way as my Masters of the Watch colour scheme. If you don't know what my Masters of the Watch colour scheme are, go back through my videos, you'll find them then. Because I thought it would pretty much suit these guys, you know, with the metal armour and you know, the grey and the red and stuff. It just looked really, it just suited them really. And I'll zoom in a little bit so you can see them. But there's a reason why I've decided to not base them on the standard bases that you get on the horrible grey plastic ones. And that's because if you notice down here, you can actually see that it's kind of like a warehouse floor effect on them, with some oil stains and some cracks and some lovely rust and things. And that, my fellow gentlemen and ladies, is because if I just pan over here and then zoom out, you'll notice that the mat is kind of like a white warehouse floor with bits of rubble and dirt and various other bits and bobs, and there's a delicious blood splatter there. I love this mat, it's very, very nice. But yeah guys, so that is why I've chosen to do them like this. So, without further ado, let's have a closer look at them. So, we'll start with the captain first of all. So we'll zoom in a little bit here. Hopefully my battery will last. So as you can see, we've gone for a kind of, well, we've gone for the Master of the Watch look. Little details that I'll pick out. We've got some nice gradual shading on the wrist blade here. We've got some nice effects on the actual base itself. That's right, the buttery biscuit base. Although it's not really a buttery biscuit base, more of a rusty, oily, stony base. But as you can see, it looks pretty nice. We've also got some decent chippage going on the shoulder pad over here. Now I will show how to do this technique in a later video when I get some bigger stuff. That's right guys, that's a hint of what was soon to come on Deadzone. Now the only thing on this model that I really hated was this horrible mould line here. Now unfortunately I wasn't able to get rid of it, which really pissed me off. But the cloak I kind of like a burnt umber, kind of like a reddy brown, and as you can see that's all pretty standard stuff. So this is one of the machine gun guys. Looks really nice. I actually discovered that I had a metallic black, which I did for the weapons, and it turned the weapons really nice. I think I'm going to use that colour on all my weapons from now on. Again, we can see this guy here as well, holding his gun upwards. Now I opted to do like a white face as well, kind of like a skull motif on them, because it looked like a skull anyway, and it would be cool to just accentuate that. There's the heavy machine gunner, looks really cute. And then my favourite, oh shit, nearly snapped him off his base. And my favourite guy, which is the sniper, because this guy gets so many shots if he's on a high level, which is really cool. Opted for like a Tom Clancy-esque laser sight kind of scope going on there as well. We'll go over that and make that a little bit brighter soon enough. But anyway guys, so these are my Enforcers. Stay tuned, as there's going to be more Deadzone stuff to come. Some stuff where I actually look at the terrain and things like that. And also we'll be looking at the other faction that you get in the starter box. We'll be looking at the Plague. So guys, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you guys again. Don't forget to go on the Facebook group. Don't forget to check out the Tumblr. Links in the doobly-doo down below. Thank you very much guys, and goodbye.